One first. So what he doesn't know is that when somebody yells first, I make them a moderator.
Aha!
Awesome. Okay, so we've got... Ask him to share the link. Terry B, he jumps into the live streams. He knows that when somebody yells first that I make them a moderator, so it's like, joke's on you. You have a responsibility now.
Like a moth to a flame, burned by the fire. My love is blind.
So awesome. If you guys are just logging into the live stream, you're just checking it out, go ahead and share that link so that we have additional viewers here. Oh, Terry, you know we got billions. Jeremy in the house. Hey, welcome, brother. Steel, how are you?
My love is blind. Can't you see my desire? Like a moth to a flame, burned by the fire.
Be sure to
They
share.
know.
Yeah.
They know that SnowGem is the best coin ever.
Well, they will know soon. Myron, what's up? You first never looked so good, buddy. Alrighty, so I've got just a couple of things open in the background. I've got the project website, so we'll probably go over that a little bit. And then if you have anything that you want to share, you're welcome to take screen control after I stop the screen share. So you're always welcome to share anything, whether it's part of the repo or part of the white paper that's in production. Because you're not publishing it, right? It's like a sneak peek. So you're welcome to do that. Let me know. Alright, so I think maybe we go live. Hello, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the show. Guys, you see, we've got the 4-up display right now. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing the link, guys. Thank you for being subscribers. Thank you for being loyally tuned in and checking out new new projects. Hey, Jeremy, I appreciate the feedback there. I'll go ahead and I'll do that. I've got it playing in the background inside of OBS, so it's harder to get volume control from there, so I'll look into that. I didn't want to disrupt my guests while we establish the live stream. But guys, really appreciate your support. If you're not already a subscriber, then go ahead and click that subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you know when we go live for events like this. And I'm really excited to have with me the SnowGem team. And I have 3 members of the SnowGem team. I have the primary development team, and I have the primary community manager for all English-speaking territories, who's helping to lead the conversation, Mr. Mike Munson. But Mike, do me a solid and introduce your team in 30 seconds or less.
Well, so far we have the Maestro, the man in charge, TXID or Pit. He is the core developer. He is the one who has brought something to our community, and he is creating the community. Then we also have Dax. Jacob has been an overwhelming support in getting everything going. Absolute great integral guy to have on the team, and I am just kind of here as a guy. You know,
welcome, guy.
Yeah, I don't really have any technical skills like these guys do, but
you make it sound like you're the guy from Ratatouille, right? They just pull your hair. What am I doing?
Yeah,
I'm leading a community for a blockchain project.
But yeah, so this is it. This is kind of the group that has consolidated and started to come forth to bring this project to the community and to other people.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate you guys making the time and coordinating to have all 3 of you on the show simultaneously. I know that can be very difficult for most teams. And I love it when most of the team is on the call, because we can answer tough questions, right? So we got a couple of great comments in the comment section, guys. Really appreciate that. Appreciate the support. And what I want to do is start this, and you've probably seen me do this on some of the other interviews, start this as though you were pitching to a VC panel, and you wanted to help them understand very quickly why your project matters and why they should fund you. So we'll pretend like the audience here and like people who are tuning in after the fact because you want them to support you and because, frankly, I think they want to support you. Let's help them understand what problem you solve. If you could create a high-level statement about the specific problem that you solve.
Okay. So let me introduce you about SnowGem and why I created it. Yeah. In December last year, I think about a privacy coin with some special feature which no one did it before. So I think about that card with Masternode. Yeah, and I did it in March. And I published it in April, and now it runs smoothly. And you see, there are 300 Masternode in our system.
Nice, since March, 300 already.
Yeah. We have no problem with Masternode until now. And
yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, and we create some special tool, which is simple wallet and SnowMine for easier to set up everything and easier to mine our coin as well as other coins. We will add more and more coins in SnowMine, and anyone can use it for control with mobile via Telegram and Discord API. And we have a lot planned in the future, which Dax can share you.
Okay, awesome. So to make sure that I understand, to summarize, you wanted to create a privacy coin that had masternodes. And so you're a direct fork of Zcash. You first started looking at this project in December of last year, and you launched in March with a kind of a larger public mainnet in April. Is that about right?
No, we launched in December and we integrate Masternode in March. And start it in April.
Okay, okay, I understand. So you forked Zcash in December, but you introduced your masternodes in March, and then
we start a brand new chain. We just get the Zcash source and create our Genesis block and start our brand new chain.
Awesome. Okay, so not a fork then.
Yes, a completely new coin.
Fantastic. Okay, and that started in December. What did the network look like between December and March?
Sorry, could you explain it again?
So as far as mining participation and then moving towards masternodes, what was your network? What was growth like for this new chain between December and March?
You mean hash rate?
Hash rate, yes.
Okay.
Block production.
I don't remember correctly, but sometimes we have we reach over 3 megahash.
Okay.
It's the top about in March we reach 3 megahash, and after that sometimes it decrease, but now we we forked to Equihash 144 some days ago. It's successful. It's successful. Yeah, and now we are 70 kilohash. Kilozone.
Okay, great. And so it's been about just a little under a week that you've been on Equihash 144,5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we have some troubles with miners here now because nobody has written now AMD miner. So we are waiting. We have only NVIDIA miners and not AMD miners. So we totally lost AMD miners right now. But
Dax, you're breaking my heart. You know that my dual
GPUs
are
AMD. I know your miners are all AMD. Me too. But unfortunately, we have a solution, and I think in a couple of days, maybe 2 or 3 days, we will have miner for that.
Awesome.
So Very great. And about our SnowGem coin, we have something like anti-Asic Z hash coin with masternodes. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a great summary. So TXID, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
The main problem that you wanted to solve when you first created the new chain, what was the main problem? If you could just bring it down to just one problem that you wanted to solve, what was that problem?
When I start new chain, it's Genesis block. Yeah. I need to understand the codes deeply, and for mainnet, we have a tool support it, but for TNS we don't have anything, and I have to understand how the block has generated, and I have to create TNS and regular test Genesis block too from the code, and I run it by myself.
So,
I don't find.
so a lot of solo development work for you in the beginning.
Yes. It took me about 1 month to understand the code of Zcash. 1 month. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Zcash has they have a long head start on a lot of projects, and at this point, they've grown to a large team. So, bravo! That must have been interesting for you.
Yeah.
A lot of sleepless nights.
Debut up it, and I just learned from what they did. And I started with crypto 3 years ago, and I still have the basic knowledge about coin, and I know what I should focus, and that's why it took me only 1 month to understand about some main feature of Zcash.
Right, because you already have that foundation of doing blockchain development for years before.
Yeah,
that's great. Okay, let me ask a question to the team. And why a new token? Why a new?
We are not token.
Coin.
We are not token.
I apologize. I misspoke. Why a new blockchain? Why a new coin? Like, why a new project, as opposed to, for example, finding a different project that may have the team, the resources, the funding, or the track record to take your vision of applying masternodes, or take that direction and then become a loud voice in their community and influence them to achieve that vision?
Yeah, I think it's really easy. As I said, we are anti-Asic, Equihash, Masternode, coin. That's easy. So we need masternodes to secure our network, and we are fighting against Asics. That's as you say, if you are visiting our Twitter, we send message to Bitmain. So we are fighting against Asic because
right. You're poking the bear.
Sorry.
No, I joke. I mean, a lot of the conversations that I have with other blockchain teams, a lot of feel the same way, that we're not happy about Bitmain's involvement.
Yeah, because I think we need daily miners, not big farms somewhere in Asia or in the US. So we need daily miners, and we will fight against ASICs. So that's the first one. So that's why we forked to Equihash 144.5.
Okay.
It's a few days ago. And then we have masternodes, and why are Coiname best? So it's easy. We want to focus on end users and to simplicity of using our coin. Yeah. Our vision is to use our coin also in e-commerce or POS systems, in classical shop. So maybe one day my daughter will go to shop and buy some milk with SnowGem. So that's our vision. But why not? So we have zero fees. So why not to integrate it all over the world? So it's easy.
Awesome. Okay, that makes a little more sense to me. Let me ask. So TXID, when you first started, after that month of studying the Zcash, the Zcash repositories, the Zcash code, after that month, and then beginning with SnowGem, which specific problem did you need to solve first to launch this new blockchain? I know you had a lot of problems that I mean, and so I know that there's a lot. I'm asking for just one thing. The big problem you had to solve first.
You know, at the beginning, I almost work alone, so I have to care everything. Not only blockchain, I have to care about pool, the exchange, our miners, and how to market, how to marketing our coin to more and more people. So I have to do everything alone. That's very difficult to me. And
Okay.
about Nico, after 1 month, I feel there's no problem because I can run it without any issue after lunch, and I create a fair start with a slow block reward. Start from 0, increase to 20, and every miner happy with it. And we have no ICO, you know, no ICO. We have only 5% of block coin for them.
Founder's reward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
we have no ICO, no
Yeah,
pre-mine.
we started totally from scratch.
Whew. Wow. Okay.
Those were kind of fun days back then. When I remember that, when I remember seeing SnowGem popping up on Bitcoin Talk and trying to get my wallet going and not doing it, and then seeing it starting to take off. Those were really fun days, and knowing that it did take people just directing hash power to this project to get blocks to start chipping away and waiting for more and more. It's been exciting. It really has.
Awesome. Well, let me ask, and we'll kind of jump back, and both Dax and TXID answer this from your respective development positions. Which problems do you want to solve now?
We have no problems.
But we have a plan. You know, Zcash have overwinter fork already, and
Right.
and we will apply that fork to our coin.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the first one, and the second one is that we would like to create own pay processing system like PayPal. Yeah, and that will be huge because we want to integrate this system with some games, e-commerce systems, post systems, etc. So that will be the most important thing for us. And then the second one, we want to create own exchange, because we saw in the past a lot of problems with exchanges, with low volume exchanges. I don't want to name that, but everybody knows about it. Because the coins with Masternode has the same problem. Exchanges are catching the coins for the masternodes. Then they create masternode and they then send coins back to the owner. Yeah, that's normal, and we don't want that. So that's why we want to start own exchange from the blockchain, and it will be directly integrated also with our pay processing system.
Okay, awesome. So this is a big project, a big problem that you want to solve. And it seems
we are a big project. Still not on CoinMarketCap or 2Mine, but we are a big project.
Yeah, phenomenal. I don't know why I thought I saw that you. I thought I saw you on What to Mine.
No.
Wow.
Still
okay.
Not yet.
Yeah. Where can we find a profitability calculator for mining, or is there one anywhere?
Yeah, it's on our website.
Oh, okay. I think it's probably a good time to do a screen share and take a look at that. So I'm just gonna.
It's in the section resources. Resources and the mining calc. Yes, that's it.
Make that just a little bigger for anybody who's. How you doing, Roderick? Welcome, sir. I've got a couple of questions from the comments section as well that I'm going to bring up in just a moment here.
Yeah.
But
And now you can see only NVIDIA's, because we are still waiting for the miner. So that's bad for you. Yeah.
hey, look at that.
Yeah. That's it. And this price is real time because it's synced with our main exchange right now. It's Mercatox. So you can see we are at 0.15 USD dollars right now. And yeah, we are still waiting for CoinMarketCap, and let's see what will bring it.
Yeah. Terry B from the comments says that CryptoCoin Z or CryptoCoins, that they have a calculator for SnowGem right now.
Yeah.
So
correct.
do you have an API for this, or are you?
Yeah, that's our own API, so we can share it maybe in the future with other parties. No problem.
Okay, cool. So I'm seeing also a couple of questions from the comments section here. One is from D, who says the price of the coin dumped much. Masternode owners sell coins at low price.
Yeah,
what for AMD miners will come? There is small or no profit for NVIDIA miners at the moment. I think looking at the calculator here, I disagree with the last comment. I believe that based on the calculator, it's quite profitable today.
Yeah, we asked Bminer 3 weeks before we forked. Every day, I send them message, please create AMD miner. No, without response. So Bminer, nothing. Claymore, nothing. So we have.
Yeah.
So we need to wait for the AMD miner. I think it will be in few days. I think 2 or 3 days. Then we will update this calculator, and I think the hash rate will be really, really nice. Yeah, really nice. It will be the same like for Bminer.
Sorry. I have a news here. We have LOL miner which support AMD.
Yeah, that's it. LOL miner. It's released, I think, today.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to test it and add it to our SnowMine.
Yeah. By the way, you can find our own mining tool in download section, and it's really easy. It's SnowMine, 1 click, running under Windows. So you just choose your pool, and that's it.
Huh. Cool.
If you click on resources again, and then SnowMine, yes, there is a whole section about SnowMine. How does it look like? It's really funny because you can control it via Telegram or Facebook. Yeah, so you are sitting in the pool and watching hash rate. So it's very cool. Really funny.
So I'm curious, and just a technical question: are you using ChatFuel as a chatbot backend then for that, or is this a custom chatbot that you've written on your own?
Yeah, we use custom chatbot. You can set up a chatbot API in our tool, and it will report to your account.
Very cool. Yeah, very cool. And so I read, gosh, where did I read it? I read that SnowMine can be used for other coins as well. Is that true?
Yes, of course. It can be used for owner coin. Yeah, every coin.
Huh. Okay. So are there algorithms that it is maybe not suited for, or algorithms that it's better for?
What? Sorry?
So are there certain algorithms that it's better for, or certain algorithms that it's maybe not best for?
Can you?
So you mean if some algorithms are better or not?
Yes. So in SnowMine, is there?
No. If you look to AVBF, so it's the similar miner. Yeah, for this.
Okay.
I got the point. Yeah, we use some. This is only the guide and some support feature for the current mining tool. For example, EWBF, ESTM, or whatever.
Okay.
We use it for the core, and this is the mining guide and some additional feature.
Got it.
Feature.
Is there a dev fee built into SnowMine?
What?
Is
Dev
there a
fee.
dev fee in
Developer
Snowmine?
fee.
No. There is no dev fee for Snowmine.
Wow,
We do
and
it for free. Yeah.
that's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
very cool. Got a couple of questions here, a couple specific questions, and Roderick, thank you. I appreciate it. So what you missed before was that they said that they mentioned a little bit about their project. So you're gonna have to watch it over again. But oh hi Andy asks, what's going to make your exchange better or unique compared to existing DEXs and all the other new projects trying to bring one to market? Because this is a popular concern, right? This is a problem that many projects are trying to solve. Is there anything that you've got in mind now during the planning phase of your exchange that you believe will make it unique?
We hope everything will be already done is unique. So exchange will be also unique. It's hard way. We have some plans how to do it. We will also make some white paper for it, and we want to talk with community about that. Yeah, because there are many steps which we need to done before we start to code. And yeah, we have some vision how to do it, and our community and our developers need to focus on this problem. But I think we need to do something with that, because some of the exchanges are something like bank. Yeah. It's still decentralized basement. Yeah. So I think we need to create some unique exchange which will not be controlled with persons. Yeah, I think.
Okay, and I made an assumption there that you were going to build a decentralized exchange because you hadn't mentioned that before. But is that the plan, to do a DEX or to do a traditional exchange? Traditional. They've been around for like a few years.
What is traditional exchange?
Right. So a centralized exchange, I should say, versus a DEX.
Yes, based on blockchain. Yeah, that's it. And persons cannot control it. That's it.
Got it. So, but it will be centralized then, and corresponding to the SnowGem project?
Yes, of course. And it will be open source because everything what we are done is open source. Everything is online. So it will be for people. And yeah, we don't need here some exchanges which holding our money. Yeah, why?
Right. You got to be careful what you name it, though, because I'm seeing a trend here with SnowGem, Snowmine. Because if you call it Snow CEX, it'll sound like some kind of crazy cocktail, like Sex on the Beach or something.
Well, we can market that, I guess.
Right. It'll trend on Twitter for forever after that. But so it sounds like though you are wanting to go centralized though, not decentralized. So it wouldn't be Snowdex.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah, even that would be kind of tricky to market because then it'd be like Snowden with an X. Right? I don't think you can't go wrong with the branding. I don't think.
Maybe he's watching us.
Most likely.
Yeah, somewhere.
Somewhere. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So centralized exchange then, and you're hoping that it will be different because of the unique attitude and the fit and finish that you've done with all of the project to date then.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, awesome. Certainly, I'm impressed by everything that I've seen so far. And we've been threatening to do this interview for over a week, I think, Mike and I. It's taken a while to coordinate schedules. So
yeah.
So I've been kind of looking from the sidelines, like, I want to look a little more at the project, but I also don't want to, have a false first impression when we do our interview. So. So yeah, interesting. So, oh, hi, Andy says, thank you so much for answering that very directly. I had a couple of other questions as well that came up. Let me just quickly check to make sure. First off, Chase is shilling you guys. Thanks, Chase.
Thank you, Chase.
Yeah. So I'll just say on behalf of the team, Chase, that I don't think that they're not paying XSG. I think I saw it on somebody's Twitter handle. Yeah, not giving away XSG. For shills. All right, so Steele asks, is SnowGem changing algo to resist Asic? I think you've already changed to Equihash or Zhash, Equihash 1445. Yeah.
Correct.
If there is a need,
we call it SnowHash.
Snow happens outside.
Right. Oh man, that just sounds crazy. So we kind of already covered that to an extent, but I'm wondering. So in terms of being, Jace, hey, own it, man. Own that like a badge of honor, right? Captain Shill, he says. Captain Shill over here.
Hi, Captain.
Yeah, and he's very happy to be aligned with your project apparently for some time. So he's all in on SnowGem. Which is it's good to have a loyal.
We have really great community, really great and really strong, and I really appreciate it. Yeah, because everybody's helping. So yeah, we have really strong community, and I really appreciate it. So thank you for that, guys.
Yeah, awesome. Let me ask, as far as the team. So we have Dax, we've got TXID, we've got Mike. I keep wanting to call you Mixed Master Mike.
I used to DJ. Believe it or not, was it?
No, I believe it. I think because Mike, we chatted on the phone weekend before last. It's been over a week now, yeah. So we chatted on the phone for just a minute, and I get the sense that we're kind of similar vintage, right? We hide the gray kind of well.
Yep. Hide the gray, West Coast.
I just shaved in the morning.
Right. So I think it was like a requirement in the 90s that if your name was Mike, that you had to at least try to DJ once. Otherwise, like, you had to hang your head in shame.
Yeah, I still have turntables, everything, but I don't do it anymore.
It makes my heart hurt. Chase is also saying that TXID, you're so good looking.
Thank you.
It helps with the project. It's good that the face of the company is a handsome face.
He's Hollywood.
Awesome. So let's kind
Thank
of.
you much.
He's like, what do you say to that, man? Like, yeah, I went to school for that. I studied really hard. No, it's amazing how much so it helps you just be presentable and be willing to answer questions publicly. So again, thank you to all three, but in TXID especially. Remind me again, let's talk about team. And I'm going to pop open your team page here, and we're going to bring up some other faces.
Yeah.
So we've got,
here we go.
So Snowman clearly is remaining anonymous.
Yes.
Awesome.
Great.
And if you watch the show, I support that. There needs to be space for that. Otherwise, what are we doing in crypto? I mean, good grief. We're all following Satoshi's lead. Somebody gets to be anonymous. That's the whole point, right?
Yeah, at least somebody.
Right. And then you've got right here Dax and TXID, otherwise known as Jacob, Tin. And then you've got so another community manager, Alexander. Where is Alexander based?
Ukraine.
He's our Discord manager from the start. He helped me to build up the our Discord. Yeah, and he's still a pool owner.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
And then you've got Suraj, who I just connected with on LinkedIn, who apparently he's awake. Why isn't he on the call? But where is Suraj located?
He's from India.
Okay. Probably could have guessed from the name, but you don't ever want to be insensitive, because I've got a good friend whose name is Vladimir. He's from Venezuela.
Uh-huh.
Well, that makes perfect sense.
Right. But of course, all of his friends are out in Ukraine. So then you got Adam, who is an advisor. Tell me a little bit about Adam's background and why that should help reassure us as a community.
Black Soccer helped us to build up the electronics server for Batteric at the beginning, and he still helped me something in technical, and he's one Komodo developer. Yeah.
Okay.
He has,
so not too distant project from yours in terms of of code base.
He's really good with exchanges. Yeah, he really knows about that a lot of it.
Yeah.
So he will help us also some features with our own exchange. And Jason Nam is from Australia, and I think he is 4 a.m. right now. So I don't know if he connect us. I don't know.
Yeah, no worries. And D is asking TXID, are you from Singapore?
No, I'm from Vietnam.
Ooh, shame on you, D. I was
Eating fat. Yeah.
right. Right. I was going to ask if you were from the region. I have good friends from Laos and a couple of very good friends from neighboring areas, Thailand as well. But that's great. It's great that your team is from all over.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask where Mike is, but nobody cares where Mike is.
I'm in the United States.
I'm kidding. That's very toxic American humor. Americans joke with each other this way, and it's terrible. We're so mean to each other.
We are, but we still get along, huh?
Right. Until we start talking about politics or religion, yeah, we're fine.
Yeah. No, I'm in California.
Very cool. Okay, it helps.
High in the mountains at 8,000 feet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, Thomas, welcome to the live stream. Yeah, I think maybe you were clicking the wrong link. Go ahead and do me a solid and share that out to the Discord again. I didn't tag everyone, and that would be awesome if you would. So, welcome, Thomas, alias T-Bone. So, this is the team. Very, very cool. And Dax, so you're listed here as applications developer, but clearly you're also working on at least the front end of the website. What does that entail? What do you work on most of the time?
I'm working on everything. Yeah, it's really hard because there are just a few developers right now. So I'm doing front end, also back end, some applications. Now I will create some integration also with our Masternodes because we want to create some one-click setup because for some people it's really hard to understand Linux. So I also will integrate some applications to control masternodes and some other stuff. So yeah, I'm working on the website, also on the background, some APIs. Also created masternodes map. That was my first application in SnowGem team because I really like to see where the masternodes it is located. From the other projects, so I created own application Masternodes map, and that was my first application in SnowGem, and then I jumped into the project. So because I really like it. So by the way, if you click on resources, and then we can Masternode monitoring.
Yeah, very cool. So let's jump over to that in just a moment here. I wanted to ask TXID also. Typically, day to day, what do you find yourself working on most frequently in terms of the code base for SnowGem?
That's on me.
Mm-hmm. So what kinds of technological problems do you wind up having to solve day to day on the SnowGem project?
Last time we have a time wrap attack, time wrap attack, and we solved it in 2 or 3 days. And we have a fork, and now we don't have, and now it is fixed. That is the last problem from our blockchain, and we fix it. And in the couple of days, I'm working in SnowMine with the last state algorithm, and it's working now. Next, I will work on modern wallet, which will be a read wallet for Equihash coin.
Okay, very cool. So it sounds like everyone is very busy. It's all hands on deck between the wallet and the masternodes, and then some of the APIs for the website and front end and database also. You guys are very busy. Are there other developers that we don't see on the team page here, or are there community developers?
Yeah, people are helping us with some stuff on Discord. So yeah, we have some developers that are not now on the main page, but we are inviting new developers right now. So if somebody have time for it, let's go for it.
Very cool. What specifically are you looking for? I find that on the show, we wind up helping a lot of projects find their next developers. So what sorts of skills and abilities are you looking for in new developers coming onto the SnowGem project?
Well, the most applications are written in Java, JavaScript, so Node.js or Java as it is, JavaScript, and then also we invite people who knows Linux and Bash. So that's the main codes, and also I think in a few days we will start to find some people for translation for our website. Yeah, because now it's only in English, and we want to translate it to different languages. I think German is the first one, then some French maybe, and also some Asian language like Vietnamese. I don't know, Japanese.
Right. Yeah, I mean that would be cool. It'd be cool if Tin's friends and family were like everybody around were like, "Hey, so what's that project you've been working on? It'd be great if we could actually, read anything that you do."
We are now in the status or in the phase of building some kind of foundation. Yeah, because we need to build first the walls, and then we can create a house and roofs, everything. So we need to go step by step. We need to focus on everything or every step, because we cannot build roof in the first place. That's nonsense. Yeah.
So you can, and then you can lift it over onto the top and put it down. It's a little backwards though. I hear you. So let me ask about Serjan Alexic, who's asking in the comments, what is the current incentive to become a developer? You mentioned before that developer, as far as there being a developer fund from the project, is there a current developer fund? I thought I heard that 5% was at launch. Okay, so 5% developer fund. And
but it will be only to some block. Yeah, it not be lifetime.
Okay, definitely understood. So for new developers coming on board, if there's a talented Node.js developer or somebody that is
we are inviting all people in our community. We need translators. We need also people to work on Discord, because people needs to help also on Discord. How to, for example, how to set up Masternode, how to install SnowMine, how to mine. Yes, so we need really people in the community, and everybody is welcomed. So just come in to our Discord, and we will say hello.
Yeah.
Well, you guys should notice if you're just tuning in, you should notice that in the description there's a link to the snowgem.org website, and you'll be able to find links to Discord and any other social media channel for the team there. So do definitely jump into those channels. Myron is saying Vega Miner, please. Does LOL Miner not support Vega? Is it RX only?
Our birdie says it will support Vega.
All right.
In a few days.
Cool. All right. Well, Myron, your question has been answered. So let's move back over to the Masternodes, because Daxi, you wanted to share something there, and I want to make sure we get through to that. And can I ask also, while we're navigating through to there, as far as sticking with the project, so I didn't ask actually, Dax, how long had you been developing for the SnowGem project?
Just a few months, yeah. So, I jumped in, I think 3 months ago, something like that.
So I feel like I understand Tin's motivation as a product manager and as a project owner. And so getting up every day, like in my mind, nobody cares about this project more in the world than Tin does. But Dax, what gets you up in the morning and makes you think, I love working on SnowGem. I really want to do this today. Instead of go, I don't know. I don't know what people do for fun in Czech Republic. I'm culturally insensitive. But instead of doing the most fun thing you can do.
Yeah, I think that's maybe hard question. I don't know. Well, I'm in crypto world last 2 years, something like that. I'm still miner. I have a big farm here in Czech Republic. I also mined a lot of coins, so I saw a lot of communities, and I heard about SnowGem I don't want to name that, but on one Discord channel about the SnowGem, I saw that the project. I came to Discord, and everybody was pleasant, nice, kindly. everything was fine. So I started to mine SnowGem, and yeah, I really like TXID, yeah, because he's the head of the project, and every time I asked, he answered, and I think that's the most important thing in the world right now, because you need the support, you need to help from somebody, and you have it here in SnowGem. You don't have it in other coins. Yeah, we have over 2,000 coins right now, so yeah, it's really hard. But yeah, I really, no, Doc, that wasn't mine.
That's on my end.
So yeah, so it's really easy because yeah, I like it because of community, because of the idea of the project. So that's why I jumped in. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, and it sounds like that's kept you in the program or in the project. Then has been the strong sense of community, and then also clearly you have confidence in the direction of the project too.
Yeah, correct.
Awesome.
And it's something maybe what I looked for before. Yeah. So I think maybe it's nonsense. Yeah, maybe I'm naive, but I want to change the world some way. Yeah, if I can help, yeah, why not? If I can do it via blockchain, via crypto, why not to do it? Yeah, because I think blockchain and crypto is the future.
Awesome. That's awesome. Well, Tin, I kind of put words in your mouth. TXID, I put words in your mouth, and I apologize. So now at this point in the project, because you spent that month getting prepared, just getting prepared to create this new blockchain, and you went through the difficulty of going through all the documentation from Zcash, and then you brought on Adam, I think, right, to help it from his experience with Komodo. And I'm kind of wondering now, what drives you now at this point in SnowGem? What gets you up every day to say, you know, I like this project still. I want to keep doing this.
Yeah, I want to create. You know, we have a long-term plan, and also we need to create modern wallet, improve SnowMine, create our payment system, and maybe we will integrate both to our coins in next years, and we will be the first equihash, Masternode, and post. Yeah, it's a long-term plan.
Very cool. So it sounds like you've got a driving vision then.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He is our diamond.
You are the SnowGem. Yeah, awesome.
Yes, that's it.
But with no snow. I mean, I have to find a very, very tall mountain in Vietnam to find snow, I'm sure.
Yeah, Sapa. In winter, we have snow.
Ah, so you are the SnowGem. I knew it. Awesome. Well, Dax, I interrupted you before. You wanted to show me something over here on Masternode setup.
Masternode monitoring. Masternode monitoring.
Got it. Monitoring. Okay, so I'm going to pop over to that side of the website.
Yeah. If you click on it, maybe something happens. Yeah.
I'm in the Google Fiber market, and this still happens to me.
Yeah. And here you can see all our masternodes. So this, yeah, if you click, for example, in USA, then you can see there is 29 masternodes, and you can click on the masternodes, and you can see where it's located.
You're popular in Texas. Wow.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, somebody with 8 masternodes in one place. Yeah, it's tracked by IP address. So sometimes a lot of people using same internet. So that's why we have same points on the map.
Right here. You know what? I bet that's probably a data center for the university.
Yeah,
I'll bet it is for Baylor University. You probably have some students.
So students are having masternodes over there.
That's brilliant, though. I would do the same thing if I were still in college.
And our vision is to have masternodes all over the world in every place. Yeah, because for the blockchain technology, it's really necessary to have secure and stable network, and that's why we need masternodes everywhere. Yeah. So no one can damage our network after that. Yeah. So also Canada, Nothing over there. Russia, nothing over there.
I went this way because I was attracted. It's funny. It was right just out of sight, right? Like,
yeah.
But clearly popular in Poland too. Not so much just. Yeah, there you go. Wow.
Yes.
So now I've got to ask. Are these some of the nearest data centers?
No.
Nice.
You know, someone used VPS to set up Masternode.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's happening more often, I think, than most projects would like.
Yeah, and that's why I want to also create one-click setup to easily create Masternode at your home. Yeah, because that's what we need. Yeah, because if some of the big VPS providers will have blackouts, then we have problems. So we need to create own setup, easy setup, and then we will invite a lot of normal people with home computers.
Yeah, awesome. Looks like you're quite popular in Germany and Netherlands.
Yeah. We have great community from Germany. We have also one guy on Discord, which helps a lot of helps from them. He also made a Bitcoin Talk page totally in German language. I think we made it 2 or 3 days ago. So yeah, we have our own Bitcoin page in German right now. So yeah, we have a lot of people from Germany.
Nice. And there you go. Awesome. There. So okay, got to get all your Laotian and Thai friends. Hey guys, get with the program. Can't just Vietnam is doing all the heavy lifting for Southeast Asia.
We already sent pigeon to Kim.
So I think I'm seeing kind of like the approach as to how did I miss that? I think that's probably why the question came before if you were in Singapore, TXID, because of the number of masternodes there.
I think some data center put in Singapore and used by VPS in that location.
That makes sense. I mean,
there is only one internet provider.
Right. Wow, that is highly centralized.
Yes.
Got it. Oh, very cool. This is so cool. It's great to see the project here from sort of a bird's eye view. I thank you for adding this to
that was
site.
my first application. If you look below, there is 293 masternodes right now active. Yeah, it's also real-time data. The update time frame is 5 minutes. Yeah, so you can see that it's a large number.
Yeah, it looks like also the coins locked in those masternodes is a bare majority of the available supply, right?
Yes,
Big majority. Yes.
Okay.
Below you can. That's also real-time data. It's average incomes from your masternode because I don't know if you know it, but if you are a masternode owner, you will receive rewards. Yeah.
Well, I mean, hey, miners and masternode operators, we're in it for the same reason. So
yeah, passive income.
Awesome. Yeah, very cool. It's very cool to see. Let's talk about the reward breakdown a little bit. As far as if somebody's evaluating SnowGem either as a miner or as a masternode operator or both, perhaps first as a miner and then earning rewards there that they can then apply towards their own masternode. What does the reward look like? The block reward. How does that break down between those two groups? Is it maybe on the FAQ page or?
I'm trying to.
Hey Chase, thanks for subscribing. Good to have you on board.
You got me. I don't know where it is.
Mike, he's got a lifeline. Help him out.
I'm on the search. I think it's on the first. Hold on.
In the section about, we have rewards for masternodes. If you click on about,
okay,
then go below, down, and here you can have, that's rewards for masternodes, and you got me.
Got it. Hey, no worries. No worries.
That's exactly it, Dax. If you go into the tab for about, go down under Masternodes, and then it shows all the rewards in there.
Yeah. Cool.
Very cool. Very
Yes.
cool. And I'm wondering, so in terms of percentage, so it says right there, Masternode mining share. I guess it's going to increase as
Yes.
you hit these block milestones.
We are few days before the third block to what is it? 200,079,600. That's it.
Right. Sergio, yes, I would go straight for the white paper. What I discovered with Zelcash was that they were just not ready on the next revision, and poor Miles, Mixed Scribbles, was just poor guy. You know, they were going to do a white paper rewrite, and we jumped into the white paper, and they said, "Oh no, don't look at that." So that's why I just wanted to ask you directly. So Sojan asks, why not create an LXD template for masternodes? That's almost one-click masternode for people. First off, I'm not familiar with LXD or the LXD template. Does that mean anything to you?
Well, LXD masternode template. I didn't hear about that.
Okay, well, at least it doesn't turn up anything unsafe for work, because that would, because we're live.
We have some kind of problems there because we have special type of algorithm, and that's the first one. And the second one is that we are using our simple wallet to control the masternodes also, and we want to make it more simpler and to create a whole application for the masternode. So what I want to do is to create own kernel in Linux. And via API you can control it. So you can see the status of the masternode, and you can see or you can control it, restart it, shut down, everything you want. So what I want to do is to create own ISO file or some kind of VMware image that you are able to burn to CD, USB flash, and to install it to computer. And I don't know what is this image handling.
So system? It looks like it's like a container system. It's an open source container system. So I'm not very familiar with it either, guys. Again, if you're new to the channel, then maybe I need to remind you that I am not actually a programmer. I just play one on YouTube. So yeah, pardon my ignorance when it comes to some of this as well. But it sounds like then you want to go as near to one click as possible for your masternodes.
Yes, and also with updates. That's the most important thing, because 1 month ago we made 2 important updates. First was because it was under attack. Somebody uses time warp attack, and TXID made some correction in about 40 hours, I don't know. And then everybody on Discord received announcement, hey, please update your masternodes and update your wallets, because we need to change the code. So that was first one. A second was the fork. So yes, sometimes we need to update really quickly. And that's why I want to create own image, own Linux system for this kind of updates. Yeah.
Awesome. So guys, I'm noticing there's some redundant questions in the comments. I apologize. If you got here a little bit late, then you're going to have to watch the beginning of the interview. We covered some of these questions about Asic resistance and about masternodes. And now we got around to block rewards for masternodes versus the common miner. Yeah, I don't want to speak down to the rest of us, because the majority of my audience is comprised of miners, but many of us are interested in mining / masternode coins where it's possible to mine your way into a masternode. I think that's very attractive to a lot of miners. So
mining cool. Into masternode, what do you mean?
So meaning that you could mine enough rewards to be able to put down the necessary collateral for a masternode.
Understand.
Yeah. So I think that's a very attractive option for many miners, as opposed to, and of course, hey, anybody that just doesn't feel like dealing with mining, they prefer to purchase the collateral and purchase a masternode. That's of course very appealing to them as well. So let me ask, as far as as far as roadmap, because we're here, let's just look briefly about what's coming up soon.
Yeah, the green one is already finished.
Whoa, nice. Okay, so I noticed that the number of exchanges that you're listed on is healthy. You got more than a couple. I think 5 total now. 5, 6 exchanges.
Yes.
6.
Nice.
Six exchanges, but we have troubles with stock exchange right now, so we are waiting for update. So now our main exchange is Mercatox right now.
Got it. Okay. And all right, CoinMarketCap. It's there. It's on the list of things to do.
Yes. That will be tomorrow.
Right. Let's come back on the show 24 hours later. Wait, we have news. So the Android wallet. Guys, let me know. Really, let me know. That's big news.
No, seriously, we want to list on CoinMarketCap, and we are working hard on it. So we want to do it, and next step is also list on what to mine, because that's the mecca of miners. iOS wallet, it's already finished, so it will be launched in a few days. And more bigger exchanges, we mean BitTrex, but we don't know what will be the result. So we hope it will be all right. But,
right. When you call them that, it makes them sound scary. BitTrex,
sorry.
They're not scary. You can do this.
No names.
Yeah, right.
And then we are working hard on modern wallet. What we want to do is to create one wallet for all platforms to make it more easy for users. So we will have one wallet for Android, for iOS, for Linux, for Mac, for Windows.
Nice.
So one wallet, all platforms. So that's what we are working right now on. So with modern wallet, then also SnowMine with a new AMD miner that will be released in a few days also. One-click Masternode setup, it's over there. Snow Exchange also, and payment processing system. It will be right away after modern wallet created.
Very cool. Hey, guys, I really appreciate that on your roadmap, you've only put items that you know you have a tactical plan to achieve. So I have to call this out. This is behavior that I think needs to be publicly applauded and publicly acknowledged, that you've outlined a roadmap that, based on our conversation so far, I believe you can accomplish, which...
Why not?
Right? Well... I've interviewed some projects where there's a roadmap, at least the published roadmap here, that they have on their website that uses very aspirational language, which is, I guess, fine for a white paper, but for a roadmap, I think you need to place.
If you look to history, if you look to history of the roadmap, we didn't change anything on that. Only just put it green text. That's it. Yeah, really, we didn't change anything.
Nice.
So we are working. I said it before our conversation. I think TXID is some kind of robot, so he's working 22 hours per day. So so we have a lot of time, and we are working all over the world. So we have all 24 hours for that. So I think it's a piece of cake.
That is the nice thing about an international team, right? You can say our team never sleeps, and it's literally true.
Yeah, that's it.
That's awesome. So yeah, very cool. Again, bravo for having a roadmap that is tactical, right? It's not just strategic, like we're looking 3 years out. It's tactical.
No,
you can do something like you told me what you're working on today. You told me what you're working on in the next week. You told me what to expect in the next 10 days. And that's exciting. I think that should instill confidence in anybody who's evaluating your project. So this is very cool. Let me ask, we're going to kind of change gears here very, very sharply. And this is great. Guys, as far as actually, I am wondering about the white paper now. Is it from the homepage?
It's here in section about.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
White paper. No. Top.
Okay, got it. Just a suggestion.
It's really white paper. It's really white paper. It's only white paper.
Awesome. A suggestion would be to put it along the top navigation ribbon.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Okay. I will do that.
My suggestion, I mean, what's
It's
usable.
also,
UX, what works for one user is not necessarily perfect for everyone.
okay.
But it looks like it was recently updated.
Yeah. We will make some really huge update in a few weeks. I will create also some design for that with one guy here, and we want to add more information about the exchange, about the payment processing system, and about the future of our ecosystem. Because if you look back to about, then you can see our ecosystem.
Awesome. Can I ask also here, the language about ZK snarks, is there a plan to move back or to merge or rebase to ZT snarks?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Awesome. It's a question that wasn't asked from the comments, but anytime there's a project that is based on either Z Classic or Zcash, I have to ask now. So very cool. All right, that shows the breakdown there.
A lot of technical information over there, just text.
Yeah, that's important. The technical information matters in a white paper. If it's not there, then where is it? Right? So very cool. Guys, just for the audience's benefit, go ahead and take a look at the white paper there. I think that based on what I've scanned so far, it tracks with what the team has talked to me about so far in the conversation as well. So, I mean, I don't often do this during the interview. I try to have a little more info about the team before I do the interview, but I can definitely say based on our interview so far that, I mean, you've made a believer out of me. I definitely trust that you guys are fully invested in your project and that you have some direction and that you're working to show those results at an impressive pace. There are a lot of other projects that talk about like, oh, we had this problem we had to solve, so we don't want to deal with the community feature requests, or we don't want to deal with improving our wallet function, or we don't want to publish a wallet at all. In some cases,
we don't have that nice videos with naked ladies and
wait, who has those
websites? We don't have it because we have work. Yeah, we show our work.
I'm actually wondering who has the nice videos with naked ladies. I mean, I'm asking for a friend.
I will send you a link after our conversation.
I was actually joking. This is a family show, which is yeah. I'm kidding about that because actually I did interview Saber Maram, who runs BitTube, and they just made an adult section of their site,
Yes.
which I declined to watch during our video. Like, this is going to YouTube. I'm going to get shut down. I can't show that.
And by the way, we will not integrate SnowGem with porn.
Thank you. Right? I mean, I think your example of your daughter just going to buy
milk.
Or or a pack of gum or breath mints or whatever. That would affect my day-to-day life a lot
That's
more.
correct. That's correct.
That's awesome. So let me ask a couple questions. These are kind of team questions, and we're going to kind of pivot away from just SnowGem as a project, and let's talk about SnowGem and kind of get to know you guys a little better as a culture and sort of ideologically, kind of where you are in the crypto space. So these questions they're kind of a bonus round, and they help anybody who's watching to get to understand what your mindset is. But the first question, and any of the three of you can take this. Surgeon asks, when SnowGem on Pornhub? I think they just answered that.
Tomorrow.
Sorry, you ask again in 3 months. I don't know. We're not. Block production has been low. Times are tough. What do we need to do? I don't know.
Oh my god.
But so just for the three of you, you can each answer separately if you'd like, or individually. This is kind of a personal question. But ASIC resistance, why does that matter, or does it matter at all? Because some would say that it's just about total network hash rate, and that as total network hash rate rises or falls, that it's relative. So why does ASIC resistance matter?
Mike, do you want to start?
Sure. From my point, I think that ASIC resistance it solidifies and kind of protects the smaller person, the smaller miner, and lets them still have a place in a project. I think that it spreads it out so like I said, everyone's equal as opposed to a huge, massive farm coming on in and just adjusting the NH or messing with difficulty and playing around, going up and down, and then leaving it for the dedicated miners who are part of, who want to make it happen, leaving it for them to come on in and run for a day to clear up the difficulty. Yes, it's all fair in love and war and everything, but I think that the ASIC resistance really helps to maintain the smaller miner, the GPU miner, and I think that those are the ones that are more active in a community. I think that the GPU miners were, we really started chugging away on the blockchain to get it going at the start. And, you would see it ramping up and going back down, ramping up and going back down. And so that ASICs were coming on and off. And I remember times where, the mining rig would just not, get any coins at all, hardly for a day, and you just be chugging along. But I really think that that's part of it, is the ASIC resistance helps to maintain integrity for the smaller miner who might be more active in Discord, who might be more active in a community, who is more inclined to go talk to other people about SnowGem on the side and what they're doing. Where an ASICs miner, I mean, they're very efficient, yes, and I'm more thinking it from the angle of a farm, an ASICs farm, someone that can come on in and just slaughter the the return on investment. But
they're far more cutthroat too, though. To your point, I think, Mike, the larger ASIC farm, strategically, they have no incentive to share anything that they're mining at all to anyone. No. Not even their best friend needs to know, right? They're not going to tell him, because the circles that they roll in, they've got other friends that have 3-4 million in the bank who are saying, hey, let me get some of those ASICs too.
Yeah,
and they don't want to share with those guys, because then they earn much less. So I hear you there. That makes sense to me.
I share your idea, what you said before in some your talk show, that these companies are some kind of money printing company, and that's what I don't like. Yeah, because I think the blockchain was made for people and not for one company in the world. Yeah, so we need to share this vision of this project, and we need to find a way how to integrate small miners all around the world. Yeah, because I think also idea to have a miner built into house, it's not it's clever. Yeah, why not to do that? So, and we don't need ASICs. Why?
Yeah, right. Awesome. Joko's asking me why there isn't a BitTube stream again today. They want me to multicast. I like, here's the thing, guys. I feel bad. If I could support every single project that I interview on the show, I would, for that same reason, right? Decentralized, getting people on board. If I could like actively support, right? Like turn a rack full of my miners onto every project, but then I'd have to have a new rack full of miners every time I interview someone. So, yeah. So, audience, you got to help me out, right? Send me a rack full of miners every time I interview someone, and then I'll just mine for them too. I'll increase their network hash rate. I kid. But no, that makes sense to me, Dax. I appreciate you sharing that. And TXID, what are your thoughts on ASIC resistance? Why does it matter?
Yeah. From my point of view, I think that ASIC will for a long time, for the future. I think when we have more ASIC company, so ASIC will not be a problem of blockchain. It's my point of view. But currently, it's only Bitmain or some. We have only few company, so it will affect lot to small coin, especially SnowGem. When someone can use a massive ASIC to attack our blockchain for 51 attack, and it is harmful for our blockchain for every small coin. So I don't like ASIC at this time only, but for the future maybe I will love it. That's my point of view.
Okay, awesome. So it sounds like you're acknowledging that at some point we have to be okay with ASICs, but it's tough when it's just Bitmain.
No, Bitmain is just is the largest company at this time. But maybe in the future we have maybe a second man, third man, or something like that. With they will competitive, and we have more ASIC company, and it will bring more and more ASIC for everybody, and it's easy to buy. It's easy to buy ASIC. Not for now. It's very difficult to buy ASIC for me. So I don't think ASIC is fair at the time.
Okay.
But maybe in 10 years in the future, maybe it's fair. And maybe at that time, I love ASIC more than GPU, more than CPU. Maybe.
Yeah, awesome. I've got a question from the comments section here that I think is valuable. If you've been tracking my channel or you've seen any of the interviews with FPGA developers recently, you know there's a new wave of FPGAs that are hitting the streets very soon. And what do you think about that? Is that making you nervous at all? As far as moving to Equihash 1445, are you talking to any of the developers of these newer FPGAs, and are you sort of in tune with where that's headed?
About FPGA, I think it's not more efficient than GPU. It's just my thoughts. It's not more efficient than GPU until it becomes the ASIC, and they can create ASIC from I don't know. I don't know how to tell.
Yeah, no worries. Dax, what do you think about FPGAs?
But I don't know. FPGA is a big problem. I don't think.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. We will see what will it brings after launch, but it will come soon. Maybe we talked about FPGAs I think 2 or 3 months ago, and still nothing. So let's see what will happen. And but I think FPGAs and ASICs are totally different because I really think that Bitmain and all the ASICs companies are really paper making companies. That's all. They are really clever. They released ASICs for Bitcoin, then for the second largest coin, Ethereum. Now they are maybe preparing some kind of new version of ASICs for Ethereum, and then third Litecoin, or what will be the next coin? So they are really clever. So I think that's what also Satoshi Nakamoto didn't want to do, to create one company to control all the coins, all the world. So right. I think the crypto needs to stay for daily miners. I really like the idea to integrate miners in the future, in the next future, into the houses. Why not to do that? We can also mine in mobile phones, as we can see it in other coins. So I think that's the future. Daily miners, you don't need to mine on GPUs. Maybe it's some hard things for some guys. So we need to create something which is not to be ASIC, and which will be available for normal people. end users. Yes.
Awesome. You know, I totally agree. I think that there does need to be a little more distribution of the sunk costs of mining, but also of the hardware. And to your point with Satoshi's white paper, I think we've already kind of strayed, even with GPU mining, we've already kind of strayed in that it's not one CPU, one vote anymore. Certainly, it's not even one CPU, one node anymore. It's nowhere close, right? So I've got, I mean, just on my workstation here, it's not uncommon to have a couple of GPUs in one workstation.
We can hear that.
Right. So this is just a workstation though. So
I hope you are mining SnowGem.
Well, because I'm live streaming, I'm not mining anything. I'm mining H.264 is what I'm making my GPUs do. So, but I don't have a full node of all of the coins that I mine here either. And I couldn't if I wanted to. Like you said, 2,000 projects and several dozen that I actually like and that I think are maybe worth mining. I couldn't run a full node if I wanted to on all of them simultaneously while mining. I would start to affect the latency of my own network here and decrease the likelihood of being an effective miner. So even Satoshi's vision there of one CPU, one vote was actually one CPU, one node, one vote.
Yeah, and if I can say something, maybe it's just my opinion. Who knows what's inside those ASICs? Yeah, because who knows what will be in, for example, 1 year. Somebody like Dieselgate, Volkswagen. That's the same. Who knows what in, for example, 1 year will switch button in the ASICs and something happened. Maybe somebody will mine to another wallet.
Yeah, or it turns into a transformer and starts attacking you like, rah!
Yeah. DEFCON 1. Yeah, it's just my opinion, but yeah, it's not your hardware. It's hardware from some Asian company. It's not your hardware. It's not your software. You cannot enter it. And I mean, end users just bought it on eBay. They will receive it in some paper box. Open it, plug into the power, then just type wallet, and that's it. And they don't know what's inside. So I think it's really dangerous.
That's a fair point. You know, I wish more ASICs were made in the Philippines because everyone in the Philippines is happy all the time. I don't think anybody in the Philippines is capable of being evil. But I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit...
Maybe they have cheap energy.
Maybe. I grew up... I had a lot of Filipino friends in California when I growing up, so maybe I'm biased. but that would be... it'd be awesome. Okay, so guys, yeah, thank you for tackling that one from the comments there. Let me ask, let's do kind of a bonus round, like lightning round here. Proof of work in general, where do you think it's headed?
Mike, do you start?
Oh boy, I really don't know.
I think we need to stay at proof of work for some kind of time frame, because it really works. Why to change it? And if you look to Ethereum, they didn't change the algorithms right now. They didn't change it year before. So I think proof of work is still the main thing which we will stay. Yeah.
Right. That totally makes sense to me. There does need to be proof of work. It's proven. But at the same time, on your coin, 35% of the rewards are going to masternodes, right? So, So I mean, your project, yeah, there you go. I mean, and scaling up to there, right? So, your project is a testament to there being a need to rely possibly less on proof of work all the time, but allow for alternate mechanisms of consensus and allow for alternate mechanisms of network security, so that we're not just relying on a greater total network hash rate all the time to keep moving forward in block production and to keep securing the network. So I appreciate that you guys are doing that. I think it's an important step in the right direction. Hybrid consensus models, I think, are really important. But proof of work just itself, do you think that there's, like when I say the words proof of useful work, does that mean anything to you, or what does it mean?
Hard question. Really hard question. I think it's same like with ASICs. I think proof of work is something that we can trust. Proof, the other kind of security, I don't know if we can trust it right now. Yeah, maybe in future, but not right now.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair point. So the reason that I keep asking this question, if you've seen any of my other coin project interviews or blockchain project interviews, I keep asking this question because for my part, I've got 2 GPUs in this machine here. I've got 6 over there. I've got a few. Hey, I mine, right? I mine. I've got several others.
I hope you don't have Z9 Mini.
No, I don't. No, I wouldn't even accept one for evaluation at this point. I came out very strongly against it in my videos. So
okay.
Yeah, ideologically I'm opposed to it because of the nature of so many of the Zcash forked projects.
Yeah, just kidding.
Yeah, no. I mean, I get it. I just I have some contemporaries, right? I have some other YouTube reviewers they're comfortable with doing it. They're comfortable reviewing it. I'm not even reviewing it. I just felt like it was wrong-headed, personally. So I take that one I take very seriously because so many of the ZK Snark coins, because they're privacy oriented, because there are so many GPU miners who contribute to those networks, precisely because they want to mine privacy coins and keep them privately and hold privately without government intrusion. It kind of bothers me that there are some projects that have turned their backs on GPU miners. So yeah, the Z9 Mini for me is a sore spot. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for the comment there. Yeah. The X3 for me, I thought, okay, well, Fluffy Pony said he's going to fork. A lot of the projects are going to fork. That's fine. But with the Zcash community, Zuko in particular, kind of waffling publicly, he's got a microphone, an open mic on my channel anytime he wants, by the way. I say that all the time. I don't think he's going to take me up on it, but it kind of bothered me that there were a couple of coin projects that just said like, oh, well, we don't know. Maybe ASICs are okay for our project. I thought, you son of a gun, you jerk. Like, GPU miners made your project. They made your network. And you're just going to say, so long. Thanks for all the blocks.
Yes, that's really bad.
Yeah. So awesome. But proof of useful work for me is kind of a pet cause because I'm thinking, now here we are, over 22 million GPUs in the world being used for mining only. Not gaming, not streaming, not protein folding, not cancer research, not not finding prime numbers, not doing any other kinds of AI work or any kinds of like physics simulations or fluid dynamics or anything else. Any of the other things that there are perfectly good libraries to get GPUs to do because their architecture is uniquely suited to that. We've got millions of them now, right? Over tens of millions that are just mining.
And I think that the AMD and Intel or NVIDIA needs to go straight to the crypto right now because they really freezed in some old age because they are making GPUs just for the gamings and not for miners. But I think that's the most important thing is to step or create step or go forward and to create some kind of GPUs directly only for miners and to create it for whole audience to I don't know how to say that but we need the daily miners. That's what we said, and we need proof of work. I think for some time. So we need to buy cheap GPUs to calculate this crypto coins. I don't know what to say, but we need GPUs. That's it.
Right. I hear you. It makes sense. It is in my mind a necessary evil right now because they're all tied up in crypto mining. I'm hoping that there's some point in the future where we can find either hybrid proofs of work that add useful synthetic data, inject useful synthetic data into a hashing matrix of useful work plus hashing, But I understand it presents a technological hurdle too that nobody wants to solve, right? Like everyone wants to they're focused on the utility of their coin and adoption of their coin and being listed on exchanges and improving the usefulness of their wallet and getting into proof of the point of sale systems. So I understand it's far above and beyond what any one project I think can tackle right now.
I think the point is in the future to have still the miners. It can't be just proof of work. It can be some kind of another proof, but we need those miners, not some persons or ASICs for that. That's what we don't need for crypto.
Yeah, awesome. Gents, other thoughts, Mike, Tin, as far as the the future of proof of work in general?
From my mind, proof of work will live forever. For example, I don't think Bitcoin will stop proof of work. Litecoin also, yeah. And I think in the future we will have a hybrid. Most of coin will be hybrid for secure the network, because the problem of proof of work is 51% attack. Yeah, and maybe when we mix some proof of anything, and it will be difficult for create that attack. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, Bitcoin Gold learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
Right. Recently.
Correct.
Ouch. Yeah. So yeah, awesome.
Mike, you did
it? No, I can neither confirm nor deny. And I didn't use NiceHash to do it either.
Okay.
So Mike, any other thoughts on the future of proof of work?
Not really. No, I think if these guys have touched on it just like in the same thought as me. I still think that it's going to be around, but yeah, I think that we'll see some sort of hybridization where it'll shift. But as of right now, we do need to have the proof of work maintained from GPU mining just to keep the network stable.
Awesome. Yeah, makes sense. Today, totally necessary. Great, guys. Thanks so much for being willing to kind of diverge a little bit into a conversation that's not strictly focused on the project, SnowGem. And I've got two more questions that are kind of like that. So one of them is very important, though. These are the two most high impact questions that I ask in any interview. So it's okay if you want to take just a moment to think about your response here. But this one is primarily directed at Tin, and it has to do with the legacy of your project. 5 to 10 years from now, when people look back at SnowGem and the team that you've assembled so far and the efforts that you put into this new blockchain and the project itself, the code base and you as a founder, what do you want them to remember?
What? Could you repeat that question?
Mm-hmm. So when people look at the SnowGem project and its founding team and the work that you've done on this new blockchain, 5 to 10 years from now, what do you hope that they will remember?
They will remember us as the first privacy coin with Masternode and post and some amazing feature we created. Amazing tool, amazing team, amazing community. Yes.
Okay. Awesome. I can definitely tell by the number of the community members who've showed up in the comments and the sorts of comments that they've made that I don't think anybody can argue that you don't have an amazing community. Clearly, there's a lot of support and positivity and just great grassroots love for the project. So I don't doubt that that's going to be something that is the legacy of this project, regardless of whatever happens in the future. So that's awesome. And then last question, most important one. Very, very, very important, very serious. When are you going to transfer me that 25,000 SnowGem coins you promised for this interview?
25,000.
No, it was just 20.
Okay, so you know this is a joke. For anybody who's visiting the channel, anybody who's visiting the stream, I do not take paid interviews. I don't accept them. And I don't ask for them. I don't think that that's appropriate because we need to be able to hear from project founders without bias. and without ulterior motives. So I really appreciate you spending time on the channel. And I don't know if you maybe Mike didn't warn you about my trick question, because I ask it at every interview.
Well, I did give you some crypto kitties, so.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like, how's the IRS going to view that? Is that cost basis, or how am I taxed on crypto kitties?
Oh, man.
Awesome.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much for being on the show. Really appreciate you being willing to publicly and in a live forum be willing to answer these kinds of questions. I think it's equally important not only that interviewers be willing to do unbiased reviews, or interviews rather. I think reviews of hardware products, personally, my take on that is that hardware is hardware, and as long as it's disclosed that it was a paid review, and you're also allowed to say, I like this and I don't like this, then it's probably okay. Paid interviews, I feel like, create a far different dynamic, and they do a lot more harm than good. So, which is why I maintain that hardline stance against accepting a paid interview up front. I don't believe that helps crypto at all, anywhere. So thank you for equally being willing to let me just throw questions at you, and even throw some questions from the comments section live on a live stream. You guys have been very good-natured about coming onto a show and essentially defending your project. That's kind of what it always boils down to when you're in a live forum. So thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, so anybody who's just tuning into the live stream right now, if you have further questions for the SnowGem team, their contact info or their website is in the comment section or the description down below. You can click through to find them on Discord and on some of the other channels. I should ask, Mike, what is the best channel of communication for the team if they want to ask you further questions?
Discord.
Okay, so Discord.
I think that Discord is by far the most active place, and I think that Discord is where you're going to find the majority of the community, even though Dax doesn't really like Discord too well. I think that we'll find the majority of the community is tuned in to Discord almost 24 hours a day. There's someone always there to answer a question. As soon as you ping, that's the way to do it, for sure.
Naked ladies over there.
So there's an NSFW, I'm sure, area. That's where Dax lives.
Now the Discord will explode.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, gents, thanks again, and to anybody who's just tuning in as well from the SnowGem community, we do interviews like this with various different teams, just so that your questions can be answered. It is a community service. You're the reason that I make these videos, so stay tuned. If you're not already subscribed, click that subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you're notified. One thing that's very different from Discord and YouTube is that you have to go really far out of your way on YouTube to be notified of anything. And Discord makes it much easier. I agree with you.
Yeah.
But all right, gents, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to roll our ending slate here, and we can hang on. You can hang on the chat, and we can talk a little bit longer afterwards. But yeah, appreciate having you guys on the show. And I should ask, one last thing. Would you be willing to come back on and possibly engage in a conversation with other coin projects or with hardware developers like FPGA developers or GPU programmers?
Yeah. If we can join that interview.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
We may have you back on the show then. Appreciate you again.
Cool.
And all right, we'll audience, we will see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, it's kind of crazy, but it's so it's rolling an end slate right now. You might be able to see it there.
How many people was there?
So we had peak live viewers of about 43, 44, but we maintained high 30s.